What's doing?
What?
Come on, you guys are not professional tonight. Come on.
Welcome back to Cape Critiquers, everybody. Today we are talking about the series finale of Stranger Things, The Right Side Up. So, did we all like it?
I have to agree with Jack. It was the best episode out of the entire.
Still thinking about you doing faces.
It's just a fun.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Say your point.
I have to agree with Jack. This was the best episode out of the
yeah.
entire series this year. So something happened with my channels here. I don't know. I hit a wire or something.
Oh,
God.
What the fuck? Dad fucking dies.
Is it? Do I gotta redo it?
I don't know. No. I hear it better now. Thank you.
Oh, God. Okay.
So I have to agree with Jack. This is the best episode out of the entire season so far.
Yeah, I agree.
So
You
far,
know?
yeah.
Well, I get here so far. That's
Yeah.
I'm gonna redo that. I have to agree with Jack. This is the best episode out of the whole season.
Thing fucking over and over.
So far, it was the last one. I couldn't say that. It's just a fucking cast list.
I do think that this is like the same issue as Peacemaker, where like
Yeah.
even it had to, even like I guess even if this is like a perfect episode like alone,
Which I don't think it is.
yeah,
No.
it's like far from that.
Yeah.
Like maybe a fucking 6 out of 10, honestly.
That was my head.
But like
6 out of 10.
what
exactly.
it also has to like pay off the countless continuity errors, the countless just like stupid shit
Yeah,
in
and
the previous episodes.
Yeah.
we'll get to that because there's like a laundry list that I could read off.
Yeah.
Like, I guess we should just talk about like first that like there was just like a whole theory that fucking Vecna was changing people's memories because fucking people forgot Will's birthday.
Yeah, they like.
Well, see, that was something that never really panned out.
Yeah.
We thought it was a timeline thing or
Yep.
a time thing, and it just was nothing.
The Duffers, I guess, just fucking forgot.
I guess.
It had to have been like in the fucking writer's room though.
I don't know.
Like it had to have been because
I
it
don't know.
really felt like watching the theory videos with like the cool music was like better than the show. at
Yeah.
points.
Yeah.
There was another theory going around along with changing people's memories, like how Holly sees the merry-go-round thing.
Oh yeah, the little thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was an earlier episode.
Yeah, but in the memory version, she noticed that the circle piece was blue and not yellow.
I think that's just like
Yeah.
they set it up where like there's something different in the memory that is the door to the next memory. I don't think that's connected.
I agree,
Mhm.
but like people were theorizing like, oh, the indicator piece on the voltage thing and the squawk was
Mhm.
red in one episode and black in another episode.
Yeah.
And that just ultimately like there is no big thing where Vecna's changed people's
I think like the
memories.
bigger ones is like there were just like screenshots comparing. So like in when Billy was controlled in season 3, he was doing the same pose that like
that Will was doing. Yeah.
well
Mm-hmm.
that
and that Vecna
yeah
does,
that Vecna
yeah.
did in
Yeah.
season 4, or I guess when he was just one secretly or
Mhm.
the doctor guy, but like orderly. But then like Will was doing it this whole season,
Mhm.
or just like at points, and then there was also a thing where like he didn't want a coat when it was cold out, so
Yeah.
like it's just
Which
like
was a callback to
Yeah.
when he was like, he likes it cold when
Yeah.
they wanted to run him in the bath.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Um,
There's
which
also
like I feel like that has to be a
Another
direct callback to that.
yeah, another thing was in the coming out scene. There's a milkshake thing,
Yeah.
which was like, yeah, this fucking department store sells
That-
milkshakes.
It's the store that Joyce works at.
But the
Mhm.
thing about that store is like it's like explicitly stated, I think in season 1 or 2, that it used to be like a diner.
A thing in the 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
So like that's
Mhm.
something Vecna would have thought it as. you
Yeah.
know, but he wouldn't have known that it changed, I guess.
And just like another odd thing, and this is maybe a little premature to get into like the list of weird unanswered things and continuity errors. Like there was never any payoff to like the fact that Vecna was a classmate of
Yeah.
Joyce and Hopper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even when we thought that something was going to happen, it just didn't pan out. We're all anticipating
And I don't even
they're
get
going to notice this and blah blah blah, but
Yeah.
nobody
how
noticed.
did
anything.
that happen? Like how did, because wasn't he dead? But didn't everybody think he was dead, and then he was in fucking the like? Because I think even in the play, but like also just like in this, like
The play is another thing we have
I
to
think
get
we
to.
know that like he was like in a coma supposedly, and then died 6
So-
months later, and then but like that's the cover story, and then he went to the fucking
But like also
Hawkins lab.
the play explains it as if he got his powers from birth.
Okay. I mean, I don't know.
Which
I
is just,
didn't look into like the canonicity of the play, but like
So the play is weird because like it kind of explains that he had his power since birth, which is not true, I guess.
I mean, if it doesn't matter, then I don't really care.
But then also like it explains how that briefcase thing came to be too, because like Brenner's dad fucking found a way to the abyss, and then like he came back from there, and like his blood type was changed, and then like he eventually dies, and that's why Brenner becomes so obsessed with the abyss and like all these experiments. And then he starts doing these experiments himself, and they like found a way to, it was just like a device basically that was like a portal to the abyss. And then like a Russian scientist stole that from the lab, and that's the guy with the briefcase.
Okay.
So like that whole thing in itself, like that seems kind of important to know, and like no one would ever know that if they didn't watch the play.
I don't know anything about the play.
Yeah.
Regardless, what was I just talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, so like yeah, but like he was just like after the coma, he was at the lab, and like but like the thing is like he's shown in that flashback somehow, even though he was a teenager at that point.
Yeah.
Like what is going on there?
I have no idea.
What age was he put in a coma?
When he was like a kid, he wasn't a teenager then.
So he wasn't even in high school then.
Isn't it like after his family dies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's one of his memories of what he projected life was going to be, or maybe there's a time travel thing that we just didn't pick up on.
I don't think so. I mean, I haven't seen anything about that. I'm just confused there. That's the biggest like. What is going on
Regardless, though, like I still don't know if it's ever explicitly stated, and I don't know who. Like people seem to know this, but it's never shared amongst the group that Henry Creel /1 /Vecna are all the same person.
That's what I had asked. You know, not the last.
Like we all
podcast
know
we did.
that,
Yeah,
but
I-
and like
yeah.
groups of people seem to know this information.
See,
but
and I thought that there were separate people that somehow
I think you're
became
just
one.
mixing
But
up the
they're
mind
actually one
flayers
person.
and Creel.
yeah. But like I don't know, it's an odd thing because like Elle and like Holly and Max kind of fucking know this, and then like Holly also knows it, I guess at this point now too. But it's like never explicitly
But Holly learned it from
like
Max.
Max, yeah. But this is like never explicitly told to like Joyce or a Hopper,
Yeah,
which is I don't know why.
and how they didn't just from being part of this for so long sort of figure it out from what everybody was talking about.
Even like
Elle had to know.
yeah, I mean she does, yeah.
Yeah.
Nancy, her and Robin go to the dad
Mm-hmm.
in the prison.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
And like then they learn like all that stuff and like learn the connection to
Yeah.
it. So I'm like I don't know. They're just like so much shit in this show that they built up and then just like never did anything with.
Yeah. But they put it in a nice package and people just bought into it.
It's
I
like
guess.
the
I don't know.
most conclusive, inconclusive finale to anything I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I was just searching up timeline of like him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like he was just in the lab after the coma, so I don't know what the fuck was going on with that memory. There was a scene Noah Schnapp said he suggested got added that he just said like, oh, this I feel like this storyline kind of just needs a little bit more wrap up. I assume that this is Mike and Will on the tower talking, and I think that is a good scene. Other than like they're just obvious like baiting that like, not just friends, best friends.
Yeah.
After a pause.
And I thought that was a great scene, but that should have been most of the scene in the episode prior when he came out. And that should have been that conversation then. Or parts of something
I
like
agree
that then.
with you.
Yeah.
It's like
They didn't need it in the last episode. They had that should have been taken care of already.
it's not Will's story to Will and everybody. It's clearly a
Yeah.
story between Will and Mike.
And his mom, because
And
it's
Joyce.
just, and Joyce,
Yeah.
and maybe the brother, but
yeah,
still,
yeah.
you know, because he's family, but not everybody. And you're 100% right when you said that. That would have been that story then, and I think it would have worked better.
And by the way, like if you have to make him say it, like I'm not afraid anymore.
Yeah.
I guess just like calling back to like season 2 after what Bob said to him, like I don't think it really works because like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just like it didn't really feel like that was like a payoff then, but it feels like Vecna never really used that.
It
against
ultimately
anyone.
Yeah.
adds towards Vecna having really done nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
Especially during the final battle, like I'm just gonna like where are the fucking like monsters?
That
Well, that was my other thing. There was no in this last episode. There were
Like
no.
we know
What are they called?
Demogorgons,
Demogorgons.
Demo
we know
dogs,
from
Yeah,
season
none of them.
4.
Demo bats haven't.
Yeah.
The demo bats only existed to fucking kill Eddie. Like I don't know what is going on with
Yeah.
all
We
that.
know from season 4 that like Creel was like sent to that fucking realm. and then we saw just like there were monsters roaming around,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then it just never
Yeah,
like
the
I don't know
underground,
like
like-
why they weren't just like there.
I mean,
don't
the Upside Down,
understand.
like AJ said, became like just a place they can hang out in, and
Even the
You know,
the
it's-
abyss though, like
yeah.
Jack's saying, like in season 4 we
Mm-hmm.
saw the origin of that place.
Well, not the
And-
origin.
Not the origin,
but
yes.
just
But
like
like, you know,
when
our
he
first
first arrived,
introduction
yeah.
to it. Yeah. And you're right, there are, I guess, like Demogorgon creatures kind of just everywhere.
Yeah.
There was not one.
No.
The only thing in there was that spider creature, well, it turned into
The
the spider
mind
creature.
flare, yeah.
Which is just weird that it turned into a spider like that, but I guess they were trying to go
Yeah.
back to the spiders with Creel.
I know, but like I kind
Kinda.
of just wish it was like the fucking people that were like tracing out exotic particles to make like a dragon. Like I wish that's what it was, or just like I don't know. I wish there was like a second phase. I guess where like oh it fucking got it powers that somehow or like,
Yeah.
takes control
It,
of that.
it was odd that it was like this real version of the mind flare as opposed to the shadow version, which
Well, I guess we kind of saw in season 3 too when it made like a mini version.
yeah,
but
that's true. I was a little confused also, like all these children let out the mind flare shadow stuff
Yeah.
like Will did that
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
So like is that
yeah,
still
it's still alive.
alive?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I guess they're just like closing the gap.
But it
So,
but it
with a
came out
bridge.
of them and dissipated pretty quickly.
I mean, it did the same thing when it went out of Will, though.
Yeah, did it or did it hang more? Yeah, I don't. I'd have
I
to
don't
go
know.
back and check.
I mean, we also
Yeah.
saw in season 4 when he got sent there, him just like shaping it in the air.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I also want to bring up, like, if the idea is that they have to, and maybe it's just like they were just wrong about this, because like, didn't they say that if you killed Vecna, you kill the hive mind?
Yeah.
So then, like, how? And I guess this is maybe jumping ahead a little bit to like L too, but like, how is Will still alive then?
I don't know.
You know?
I mean, like he was getting hurt in season 2
Yeah,
and shit.
he
so-
was
Yeah.
feeling what he was feeling in this season, like in
Even
this
up to the
episode.
last moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's I'm a little lost there too.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. How did Derek pull Holly out of Vecna's grip?
Yeah.
It was in the script. I don't know, but
Yeah.
they had to have that moment.
It's just so odd. Like they just nerfed their main villain.
Mhm.
Like a lot of weird choices with Vecna in this episode specifically.
I mean, even just like how the fuck, like how does anything other than Jonathan using the flamethrower like work on it? Like,
Yeah.
they're just shooting at it when it's like we've seen smaller taking more.
yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't get that.
I think it's weird how they very much nerfed Vecna and then also like wanted to like humanize him at points, it seemed like, and then like also just show that like he made a choice to be evil as well.
Which I guess like it's kind of still a little bit ambiguous.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like
yeah,
because that is still like it could just be like him after getting turned to saying that.
yeah, like the mind flare still could be in control.
Yeah, or just I don't know, fucking flooding his brain with whatever chemicals to make him say that.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the whole correlation online of the Alice in Wonderland thing, and that's the queen. He's the rabbit, even with the watch and everything
Mhm.
else. All those crazy things online. It actually fits pretty well. The dress was spot on, and I remember even seeing the dress and saying, "Wow, this is like an Alice in Wonderland dress."
I'm sure
you know?
that it took some.
So
inspiration,
certain
yeah.
I'm certain that they stole some stuff from it. He was dressed like the rabbit.
Yeah.
So.
But do we think that that's like meant to be like, oh, this is what it is, or is that just like a part of like Henry's sick, you know?
It could be that as well, but he thinks, to me, then it means that Henry thinks he's being controlled by something else.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you know, so he
was,
might
yeah.
be making his own decisions, but he thinks it's something else controlling him.
Yeah.
you
I don't know. I feel like they
Mhm.
definitely tried to humanize him, and like Will
Yeah.
made the point of being like, you're just like me, like you're just this scared kind of
Mhm.
like
I mean,
pawn.
like
Yeah.
I think this show just has bad enough writing where I assume it's just oh yeah he's actually bad guys. It's fine to kill him.
I
Yeah.
just think it just, over so much time, it just got lazy.
lazy or rushed.
Rushed is probably the better.
There were just moments where people were
Analogy of
killed in the show, like
Yeah.
in this. I guess like I can really only think of one, but
Mhm.
just like fucking Hopper just like killing in the first act, just like killing the one scientist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Yeah.
just like he wasn't like
Mhm.
immediately about to kill them or anything. He was just like a scientist.
Speaking
guy,
of
you know?
scientists, Dr. K.
Got away.
Well, yes, but like,
just let them go.
there's no payoff for her actions or
Mm-hmm.
her knowing that they were associated with all of
Yeah.
this.
Also, don't people know that Will is fucking powered? Like I feel like they would have at least tried
The
or, like,
government-
experimented on him.
Yeah, but also like Dr. K overall as a character feels like they regretted their choice of killing Brenner,
Mm-hmm.
and then they just had to introduce another character to fill that void.
Yeah.
And they're like, I guess we'll get this like 80s icon to do it, but there's no greater payoff to her character.
No.
She's kind of just there to be
And I'll give it to her. She was a tough ass.
a secondary antagonist.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, like, was she a tough ass?
I think so.
I think maybe
Yeah.
her
But then she
performance,
just
but, like,
but then she just disappeared.
I feel like her character, like, really didn't do anything.
Yeah. But now
Yeah, I don't think
she's
she did
gone
anything.
somewhere. She's not dead.
Yeah.
She's gone somewhere, and everybody thinks, okay, Hawkins is great. We're
But
fine
yeah,
now.
it-
But
it's like
where is she?
That is a weird thing too, because it's like I guess Elle is believed at least to be dead, and
It possibly is.
yeah, but does Will not have powers anymore because Vecna's gone? Is that also what we're like?
Yeah, I
to
think
believe?
that's like, and like the sorcerer thing, like, oh yeah, it's innate from birth, but like it's not.
Yeah,
If that, because like it's shown as not, because like he's like, I forget the word of what it is, but like when you're just like siphoning powers, there's like a specific thing in D&D.
Mhm.
So like that's what his class would have been. It's
Yeah.
not a
yeah.
And
sorcerer.
Will's take on it was he was taken because he was weak.
Yeah.
So he himself doesn't think it was from birth.
Yeah.
That's another thing to get into is
Yeah.
like I don't think we're ever truly. It's never truly explained why specifically it's Will.
Out of all the other guys in the group.
And like I guess you could say it's because he was gay and like he had
But
that.
did he know then? I mean, he was a young kid.
Maybe not. I don't know. But I wouldn't believe that anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's never revealed to us who or what unlocks the shed gate, because the Duffer is like explicitly said that it was not Vecna, and Vecna doesn't exist like in the Stranger Things timeline at this point. You know,
Yeah,
in
could have been him
season 1.
unconsciously. Who knows?
That's an interesting point.
Mm-hmm.
Like you
I mean,
think
we never see him doing like
No.
actual telekinesis though.
Yeah.
It's
No.
like
But
really only
unconsciously,
controlling.
somehow doing it. Who knows?
that's an
I
interesting.
know.
point.
I think I thought of that, but like, what would make him fucking do that?
Well, maybe the same reason that like Henry is attracted to the Mind Flayer.
Maybe.
You know, it's like this almost irresistible thing.
I feel like he wouldn't even thought it's like this thing. No, it's just
Yeah. My only guess would be that it was the Mind Flayer.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's a Demogorgon.
yeah. I don't know.
No, I don't think they have the brains for something like that. They're more followers than anything else.
Yeah.
But that was my big thing. Why were there none in this episode,
I could not. Tell
except in flashback scenes?
Were there any in the previous 3?
Obviously, the first one we know
like,
that.
I
But
know in
yeah,
the
it was just
first
the captured one, right?
3. I know in
Yeah.
the first 3, there's like one that chases them around for
It's
a bit.
even more
in the
than
Upside
one, I
Down
think. I remember a
something.
bunch of them because then they were shooting them too.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then they just disappear, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why it's just like this not a threat.
Because then,
anymore.
like, the whole thing with Will killing them.
I guess another thing that I guess we'll talk about, just no fucking threat, is like how did Dr. Brenner like study this thing in?
The Upside Down.
Yeah, he studied this exotic particle
Yeah.
shit.
Well, are we led to believe that he did it in the right setup as well?
But then that wouldn't that imply that like it's there also?
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like, but like you can see it.
Yeah.
Like it can fucking warp, and it's also just not.
well, okay,
safe to
yeah.
use.
So I was saying like his notes. Like, are his notes in the right side up somewhere? If they're in the Upside Down?
But how would he have gotten to the exotic fucking thing
Mhm.
there? Like
I don't
he'd
know.
still, because
That-
like in season 2 even,
Yeah.
like it's shown as people are going in and then fucking getting taken out. With,
Yeah,
like,
this is the fucking
off.
problem with like I just don't know like what they did to the Upside Down, because initially it's like
it
this,
was a dangerous place.
like you can't even fucking go there without a hazmat suit.
I mean, I
initially.
can understand maybe that like, oh, you can breathe it, it's fine.
I guess, yeah.
but like also like there's just shit floating around. So like,
And
what
there's
is that?
monsters
Yeah.
everywhere.
Mhm.
By season 5, it's just like maybe even like a little bit season 4, like they just stop like caring that this is like a dangerous place, because it's just not anymore. Like
Mhm.
the military has bases set
There's
up
no
here.
more tentacles that fucking matter.
Yeah.
But Vecna can control fucking feel all of them apparently.
Yeah. And that like leads into also the entire melting building.
Which I just still don't understand.
Neither do I.
Yeah. I mean, it's just never explained why that happened.
Why it happens?
Why
or
it doesn't happen to
why,
people.
Why does it stop?
Yeah.
Also,
It just stabilized by itself, but then like an explosion was enough to destroy the place, I guess.
and then like not make it melt, and then
Yeah.
like that building also didn't blow up.
I mean, yeah, I can understand if it has the structural integrity, I guess.
And-
But I
then-
don't
yeah.
I don't understand like why people didn't melt.
Builder was that the
That's the lab.
the lab?
Yeah.
I don't know why it got to that melty state. What that stuff even was.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
Yeah.
more like why didn't
cum lab?
why didn't people melt?
Yeah.
Why are you just get fucking
I mean,
emulated?
they kind of did.
Yeah.
Not
Not really.
Yeah, not really. Like they kind of.
I don't
did.
really think they did though.
When they get jump scared, it's like a melty-ish dude.
When?
Like the guy that was in the floor when it was Nancy.
I think that
and
might have just been
Jonathan.
because he died in there, though.
Looked a little melty though.
I don't know. I mean, it didn't seem to affect
But
Nancy. Or,
Nancy
Yeah,
or
but like that thing
they
would
were fine.
whatever it is, I'd assume would be radiating enough
Yeah.
heat to
And
fuck
it's-
them
I don't
up.
think it's
Yeah.
heat. I think it's just like, oh, it's fucking with the properties of matter.
And what stopped it seems to be them telling the truth.
They're just mean.
You
like
know?
yeah, but
It's just weird.
Yeah.
like no and yes, like like because
Mhm.
that's how the story had to progress. Yeah,
Yeah. But
and then it just stops for
Yeah.
really no reason.
and the floor was perfectly flat.
Well, I can get
Yeah.
that if it's
Yeah.
just liquid, it'll
I guess.
flatten you. Also, another thing was Brenner was a bad artist in season 1 when he tried to draw the horse or dog.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
But then he had these elaborate diagrams.
Do you think
Yeah.
that he had people do it?
Maybe. Where are they?
Where are they?
Where are they?
Where are they? Get out! You are weak.
Steve's fake out death. And
Yeah,
then
that's
Jonathan's
just
version.
such like a fan
Yep.
thing.
Mm-hmm. I
then-
honestly thought he was gonna go.
I didn't think anyone would
I think
die.
after the fucking like blackout.
The blackout too was like, what are we cutting to fucking commercial?
Yeah.
This is Netflix. Like, how long is this? This is.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. This is a Netflix original. I don't think it's ever played on a fucking public channel.
No.
What? I didn't see it as that. I just saw it. It's like, oh, it's just over fucking dramatic.
I don't know. Just stupid. Like that's like using a cross dissolve kind of.
Hopper was pronounced dead and then became chief of
Yeah.
police again.
Yep. that's one.
Like
yeah.
I can understand Will. It's like, oh, it's actually a different kid. But like fucking
I mean,
Hopper, like
he was dead for years.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then just came back. No one seemed to question it, and he's
No.
just the chief of police again.
Yeah. Also, how does Max know that
Yeah.
he was alive? And
Yeah, I don't know. Max would not even like when she woke up. I guess she
Mhm.
was also blind too, right?
I don't
She
think so.
yeah,
initially.
she couldn't see right away.
Yeah, but like,
Mm-hmm. But that came back because she said everything's so bright and she couldn't see everything.
I think that's just because her eyes were closed
Yeah.
for fucking 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Months.
Months, whatever it was. 8. How many months was she out?
18.
cares?
Yeah. Mike's line readings when 11 was maybe dying is so fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Just like, no, don't do this. Please don't do this. Yeah, everyone was just really, really bad. Like,
He was
even from her,
okay. He was
kinda bad.
better when he was taken away from him being held back. He was better at that.
Yeah,
but-
I guess it's just like,
yeah. But
I just didn't think the whole like in black scene was good.
no, that was just a weird
I
scene.
get it
Yeah.
after the
Because he's
the
in the
ending.
mind. Yeah. But
Well, I
still.
just mean like I don't think they did good acting there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Either,
agree.
really.
But I get the purpose of the scene. Like after it's all over now.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to? Should we get into that now, or should we wait to get to that?
I mean, yeah. I think it's pretty clear that he figured it out on his own,
Mm-hmm.
and it seems like that's the only way that it could happen. Because how
Mhm.
the fuck did
Yeah.
my theory was maybe
But,
just
like,
Unless
the-
she's just dead.
my theory was
Yeah.
maybe the thing doesn't work past, but like how did she overcome and make them speak to each other with the suppressor thing?
With the
Mhm.
suppression thing. Because she was still in the upside down.
Or she got away already.
Maybe actually, but I think I mean like we also maybe
Mm-hmm. The
what happened to Lonnie and Derek's family? They were just like still
Mhm.
in that barn.
Yeah.
the Turnbows are fucking
Yeah.
stuck
Still
in a
asleep.
barn
Yeah.
with
Turnbow fucking starvation.
yeah.
Mhm. That's right. They were locked in that?
They're locked in
Little
a
cage?
barn with
Oh, my
fucking like shit on their heads.
God. They're dead.
Erica fucking killed those people.
Yeah.
What did we think of the Vecna head chop off scene?
I can understand why Finn called it emotional.
Mhm.
Or this
So-
episode emotional, and
What got me emotional every time was pretty much just them as kids. It's like there is something to this show, like when it first started.
what
And
song was playing?
I don't know.
I know the Purple Rain song played during.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Also, another
But-
thing
but-
with Derek. Quick, it's just Derek.
yeah.
waving at
Derek
Mike.
waving was funny.
Yeah.
Just fucking
But-
funny.
Derek, just too much with the suck my fat one. The last one he did going into the
Well,
cave.
when he says it to Vecna, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
this villain is nothing.
yeah.
You know,
Suck my fat one.
this villain is
Yeah.
just nothing.
Mhm.
You know, he got fucking owned by a fat nerd, fat baby.
What were you gonna say?
I don't remember. Oh, so what got me every time, was the scenes, the callbacks to them when they were kids, because like
Mhm.
that's what this show always was for
Yeah.
me. I feel like it was kind of shoehorned in though, and it's just like, yep, here's Winona. She was the one that this all started with. We got to give her her scene.
No, you fucked
Yeah.
with her own family.
Mhm.
I liked that. That was
Yeah,
kind of cool
yeah.
that she got to say
Yeah,
that.
it
at
worked.
least.
It all worked.
I just feel like I don't know.
It's just
They
like
had to make it so that everybody got their thing in, I
Yes.
guess.
Mhm.
But like they did it just through her. alone.
And then I feel like they did a good job of wrapping up her story a bit after when she gets engaged to Hopper.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
and
move to
everyone-
Montauk.
everybody
start
moves
the whole
out.
thing
I
over
guess
again.
do we want to mention that too now? Like
Yeah.
what do we think the Easter egg was?
I just think it's an Easter egg. It's the Montauk Project.
Yeah.
But it's they said that it will connect to the spinoff.
Oh, then I don't know. I guess it is going to be something.
Yeah.
Either my two guesses were there's more to the Rock.
Is it the spin-off or is it this fucking show that was just announced?
No, not the one that
Okay.
was just the new spinoff where it's different characters, location, time,
Mhm.
actors, everything.
Okay.
So maybe something with Montauk, like we all know,
Camp
Stranger
Hero.
Things was initially going to be called Montauk. So
Well, it's definitely reported that there were these tests done on children, and then the story goes that one kid actually was able to visualize terrible things and actually did, and either opened a portal or made this creature appear, a faceless creature appear that actually started killing people on Camp Hero. And then they shut the whole project down and everything went underground. You could still go out there and visit the camp, but it's all completely boarded up and cemented over or what have you. But there's still a lot of the stuff there. But
yeah. Also, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's like something to do with time travel too.
I think
and yeah, they did that stuff as
most
well.
of what I've seen about it is that like I think there's like some fucking significant just like grifter involved with it that just like sexually harassed people.
Well, that was another thing that they were talking about as well. This guy who came forward with some stories also has a little
Yeah.
sketchy past.
Yeah.
So there's all kinds of weird stuff.
I wonder if that's why they changed it.
I'll fucking tell you what, this show became something completely different
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
all of that. It's never explained why he needs 12
Yeah.
kids
Mhm.
to do whatever he's going to do.
Yeah. Like I can understand the 4 thing from last season because it's like, oh, you got to make this corners,
Yeah.
but I don't
The
understand 12
yeah, the 4
things.
gates.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't understand what the point of the 12 gates was. Or not the 12 gates, the 12 kids.
Yeah.
I just think it was a really weird and like unnecessary choice to...
Because I mean, like if they wanted to do it where like, oh, it's just he needs their power and like to use them as vessels, like they should have done it where it's something where like, oh, he gains them one by one and like it's getting stronger. But I feel like that maybe would have been too similar to last season.
It would have been, yeah. It just seems like we didn't have to like update and add more to the lore at this point, you know?
I mean, they didn't also.
Yeah, like they kind of not pretended, but like set it up so that they were and then didn't. Like nothing more is even revealed, I feel like. I still feel like we don't... I've learned... It's like the fucking American Psycho thing where it's like, oh, my confession has meant nothing.
Yeah.
Like I've learned nothing deeper about Vecna or anything, really.
If anything, I think I got a little bit more confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
Another one is why wasn't Robin arrested for stealing benzos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, like what the fuck like the Turnbow family like never figured it out, I guess.
I don't know. So
Like they would have been able to fucking
So
figure it out.
This is a thing, and I said this in the last podcast, that these kids were taken willingly away. But Derek wasn't on that bus. Derek was kidnapped. His
I
whole
think-
family was kidnapped.
I think we
Whitney
talked
was
about
born.
this like
And he was kidnapped. He wasn't even part of that group. So now they wake up starving to death and locked in some barn in a cage with hoods on. And
I
they're
think
still tied up, right?
I think we talked about this like they never ever like the military never tried to like figure out what was going on
I guess not.
and like they never
What
checked
was-
on the house after knocking on the door. Like
That's right. I forgot they knocked on the door. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
Maybe they thought these people left. Who knows?
But like even with that, it's like they would fucking have records, you know.
Yeah.
The problem with this show is that it went from being like an actual drama that was made for adults to just like a Disney Channel show for children.
And another thing is like you would have been able to like test that like they had benzos in their system still at that point.
Yeah.
So
It's just like we went from one place to a place where continuity and like all this shit doesn't really matter because it's a show made for fucking babies.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it definitely changed. I mean, I'm going to still say it was entertaining, but it's nowhere near
Yeah.
that first
And like,
season's.
you know, we were saying last night, like, I think that I like kind of majority of the ideas of everything that they did in this episode to like kind of wrap up even like stuff back to season 1. But like once I actually have to think about it, majority of it doesn't add up or make sense.
So I was wrong about the fucking Callie was the source of the suppression power or power suppression thing. It's just no, they're actually just using tech from fucking Hulk.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't sure what you meant when you said that. Because, like...
Well, I just thought, like, oh, she's somehow fucking with their ears and...
No.
Yeah, or not their ears, but technically their ears. But
While we're talking about Callie, just pointless.
no. You know what else is pointless? Fucking her pointing the gun at Upper when he was giving his monologue.
Yeah. She really did nothing or added nothing to this season outside of, like, they used her to
just bring that story forward.
Maybe show you that Elle is alive.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I didn't like the inclusion of the siblings plot when they did it in season 2, and I was sad to see that character return because I didn't like that storyline, and she just added really nothing to this season.
And the fact that she was some bank robber, whatever the hell she was doing with this whole crew, that was just a whole stupid thing to me.
The whole fucking scene of just like, yeah, she just kept taking blood from me. It's just like so fucking funnily
also,
played out.
They fucking murdered all those pregnant women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they just died. So like that's the whole reason that they needed 11.
But like, what the fuck with that? They just murdered all those people?
Yeah.
And that's
military.
like okay?
It's a military.
Yeah.
Black book.
All those pregnant women, they just blew them up.
Yep.
Okay.
AJ's been really getting into women's rights recently.
No, but I don't know. That seems like, I don't know, like it was someone in the party would care about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that is true. Like it was never passed on from Callie to 11 and then from
like
11 to anybody
like
else.
Brian Griffin, what the fuck? Yeah, we're doing it. Anyway.
In no world did the show deserve a 40-minute epilogue. Up to like where, like, if it was good, sure, maybe, but
for me, like,
it sort of worked for me.
The epilogue stuff, like all the emotional stuff, I feel like is the stuff where it's like I actually kind of enjoyed this because this is like the love letter to season 1 stuff.
Yeah,
but I feel like it's all kind of stuff with like this, like you didn't build up to it properly,
I agree.
or you didn't show it properly during the show.
I think it deserved the epilogue more than the terrible storylines that they gave in this last season.
What do you mean?
I think it deserved a good epilogue because people invested their life into. Look how many years from season 1 till now. People invested, so I think it deserved
there's
that.
people
epilogue.
watching the show. It's
Like
fucking
I could watch
Yeah.
the epilogue and then like happily look back at season 1 with like rose tinted glasses on the whole show because it's like this is what was always my favorite part of it, and like enjoy. Like I really enjoyed about the show.
like the ending to season 2. It's kind of similar ending, I guess. There, where it's like the Met prom. I don't know. I just feel like this was weird because like what we were talking about the whole thing. Where like it's like I like the idea of a lot of it, but like I don't like how it played out
Well,
necessarily.
that's like exactly what this is for me.
Yeah.
like Dustin fucking fulfilling Eddie's wish.
But
of like,
I thought that was good, though it just was, it was long. But I thought that was great the way he did it and flipped the bird, took the thing, flipped the bird, the whole bit.
I guess that like does finish his arc as becoming
Eddie.
basically.
Yeah.
But it's
Smart
like it's
Eddie.
another one of those things where it's like I don't feel like they did it justice because like Dustin's like this kind of disabled child, and like
Though he's not supposed to be that in the show, but yeah.
no, he is. But that they also make him do the
I'm saying like,
collarbone thing, and they make fun of his teeth when he's younger.
they show it as like something he'll just grow into, kind of.
Yeah. But I feel like there's like an underdog thing with him. Don't feel like they paid off despite him kind of just becoming Eddie, you know.
In his speech, however, though, he did have those emotional hits. Like all these different groups of people came together, and some of them became good friends. You
But
know?
like fucking,
it was him and Steve and Holly and.
But I feel like that's kind of bullshit because at a moment where it feels like the town should rally with each other. Also, didn't that like the main jock fucking die in the earthquake?
He got fucking ripped
He
apart.
got
by
ripped
the
apart.
Thing.
Yeah, it was the earthquake, but he got ripped apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that happens, and then like the other jocks are just like anyone that likes Eddie, we should fucking kill. And, like, what the fuck are we talking? Like Eddie died basically like in this earthquake too.
Yeah.
It was like, what the fuck are we talking
Unbeknownst to them, saving everybody else.
Yeah. That's another question like that I have is like, did he just become a hero then?
I don't know.
I still don't think
we
the
never
town
got
knows
like
the
an
real
alternative story for like what happened with him. Like
Yeah.
I think it just ended with him still being the main suspect.
Yeah, and the town still doesn't know the true story about what happened.
Yeah.
You know.
Which I guess maybe is for the better, but
Yeah. You know, to me, the weirdest part was
But
that.
not to cut you off, but it does feel like they're like towing the line at times as far as like it's clearly stated that the town doesn't know, but like we're also kind of acting in a way and like doing payoffs in the sense that the town does know.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know, it's just fucking it's odd.
But then we go 18 months later, right? And all the kids are at their graduation. Then it jumps to the older adult table kids sitting on the roof of the radio
Hawk.
station.
Or the squawk, rather, the hawk, the Maya hawk.
Yeah. So her girlfriend's not there. Maybe they're not together anymore. I don't know.
I think that they mentioned something about like overbearing parents earlier on, so maybe that didn't work out.
Gotcha. And then
Also, I don't think she lives in Hawkins anymore.
no, she doesn't.
Robin.
Yeah,
So-
Robin doesn't. And then they talk about visiting the uncle, and we have to do this once a month and all that crap.
Yeah.
Obviously, the other two,
Steve's payoff is cute.
I thought that was
His
great. I loved it.
Definitely the best.
Yeah.
Because like
There's
And
no
also
doubt.
connecting it to
Mm-hmm.
Dustin's was good.
Yeah.
connecting it to Dustin's and also Derek.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't Derek play baseball
Yeah.
for him?
Yeah,
He was
and
on-
Derek
he
was,
was
the
on
bat.
bat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He was a
He
catcher.
was the cat. So like I
Yeah.
think it's cute that
Was
they
he
made
catcher?
He was
Yeah.
catcher.
Oh.
Yeah, behind home
like
plate.
Steve, this person that was always very protective of children, I guess, and
Mhm.
like was clearly this like dad, like not
Yeah.
dad, but you know like the cool uncle figure.
Mhm.
5 nuggets. You
Or
know,
six, I think
six
it's
nuggets. Yeah.
But like the fact that he becomes a
Mhm.
baseball coach and a
Yeah.
sex ed teacher
Yeah.
at the school in the town that he grew up in, like
Mhm.
that's a great ending for that
Mhm.
character.
Yeah.
Especially just like, I don't know, just like him being like a jock character.
Yeah.
And also kind of like not usurps, I don't think is the right word, but like he kind of beats like the reputation of his father, you
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
who like wasn't known as this great guy,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
despite
Never seeing him in the show.
we did actually. Did we? Yeah. He's in the flashback where Henry
Oh.
gets
Oh,
bullied
yeah,
with
yeah,
the play.
yeah. Well, we saw him as a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for as much as Steve was known as this prick,
Mm-hmm.
for majority of like I guess like in show canon,
Mm-hmm.
he does end up being just like a great guy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he
Which-
still has the womanizing thing going on. Still, looking,
Yeah.
You know,
I guess.
they alluded to that, which is okay.
We never call that womanizing.
No,
It's like a
at this
woman's life.
I just think he's
Dates a lot of women.
he dates.
Well, I mean, like he just wants to start a family.
He's trying to find the right one.
Look, they're gonna fucking prop up Nancy for trying to find what she wants,
Mm-hmm.
but then when Steve knows what he wants and goes for it,
Yeah.
I wonder if
Not
the
kidding.
fucking alternate story like is gonna have any of the characters.
if I had to guess, if there were any two characters, maybe three, that eventually pop up in the new spinoff that's supposed to be totally different, I would guess that they probably tried to bring back Steve and Dustin at some point, and at some point, and it's gonna be a huge fucking like, sit back, L. Like that's obviously.
I mean,
like
I'm
the-
just saying like I could see like, oh, fucking Nancy's like in this few episodes, like
Yeah, I could see
I
them.
see. I thought Nancy would be like a leadness type stuff.
We'll get to, I guess, also talking about like so many people online are so fucking stupid. Just like as far as like what the spinoff is going to be, like the Duffers fucking already said, like
Mm-hmm.
it's not directly going to connect to any of these characters. And
people thought like, oh yeah, they're
Ho-
gonna.
Holly and Derek and the new fucking group. It's going to be the new Stranger Thing. Like
People
shut
thought
the
that they were
fuck
gonna
up.
make the movie that fucking Jonathan was talking about. Like,
Yellow Jackets,
Oh
basically.
my god.
is it that?
No, but like kinda.
Yeah.
But I just want to bring up that I don't think fucking Jonathan also being a writer makes sense for his character. We never saw him like
No, and he obviously
hearing
was
that
fumbling
stories,
with
you know.
that whole. That was just such a bad.
yeah, like it,
Yeah.
especially like
he
if you're
felt
gonna make it a bad
uncomfortable even
thing.
speaking about
Yeah,
the whole time.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just terrible.
And like I said, it was just like such a fucking like they
would've-
just turned him into like a bellowing idiot. Like that's the director character.
Exactly. He would have been
He
better.
loves cameras.
I have a plumbing company. He would have been better at that.
Yeah.
You know,
He's
it
like
was just
every
terrible.
word out of his mouth is like,
Yeah.
by the way, I'm making a movie.
Or
Yeah.
just fucking, I don't know, just make him like a fucking like
Human.
wedding photographer,
Yeah.
videographer, you know.
Something.
That would've
Yeah,
been good.
anything.
Yeah. Just something where like, oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
working on fucking
Mhm.
showing off my talent.
But
It's
it's
videographing.
just a callback to be like he's going to NYU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if you want to know if some fucking
Yeah, they had
stupid
to
thing
get
I
him
can
into New
predict.
York.
Like the Duffer Brothers are gonna end up saying, "Oh yeah, this was actually one of our first stories that like we were trying to market and get off the ground." Like
Maybe
I could see that being a thing.
the bait and switch thing of like Nancy dropping out
Mhm.
and like experiencing the real world. I don't know. I didn't love any of that stuff.
What she work for again?
Huh? Oh, she works for a company I think in Hawkins, right? Or no?
Wasn't it like fucking something post?
It
Yeah,
was
it
some
was-
sort of like
Yeah.
yeah.
it was some
She's a journalist.
Yeah.
Which is like I guess a good payoff to her character
Mm-hmm.
because like she kind of was already.
Yeah.
Steve's was clearly the best out of all of the older kids.
I have to agree with that 100%, no doubt. So, though, in the whole End story, though. One man was missing.
Who?
Who wasn't there?
Murray.
Murray.
Who gives a fuck? He should have died 2 seasons ago.
Where did he
I
live?
love
also?
Murray. Murray was from California, right? He
no,
was.
not California. I
No?
don't think they drove to him.
Yeah.
At one point.
They drove to him from Hawkins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She drove to him from Hawkins.
Him and Jonathan.
And they
Ah,
were
that's
like they
right.
also like
John,
half
that's right.
hiked. It wasn't that
Yeah.
long of a drive though.
Mhm.
So-
And he was in the security.
Because that's
weird
also when the
building.
Russians came to Hawkins.
Yeah. And he knew shit, but he just disappeared.
Who cares?
Well, who cares? I mean, everybody else had their little moment in.
He probably went to like work for the IDF or something.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
was a big part of the show.
Yeah, but like he shouldn't have even been around at this point.
I have to say though, when we thought he was going to jump off the building into the helicopter,
I didn't think that's what I thought he was
didn't
gonna
know
just
what
like.
was gonna
it
happen.
probably
I
should have
thought
happened.
what was gonna happen is he was gonna jump off and then like throw them into the window. I didn't think he was gonna go
What
onto
the
the.
fuck? No, I
Nick,
thought
I didn't know what he was
I
doing
thought
with
he
the
was
belt
either
and
gonna
all that.
suicide
I
bomb,
thought you're right
or
though.
he was gonna
yeah.
slip or something because there was
I
the
don't know.
melty shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
And
I thought
believe me, he was
going
one of
over
my
for sure.
favorite characters. He was one of my favorite characters in the show. If he died, yeah, it would have been sad,
I
but
don't know.
it would have
I
been
don't know.
it would have been better. I think.
Big Brett Gelman fan over here.
I think he was a good part of the show.
Like his character's fine, but like
Mhm.
I wouldn't have mattered if he was there or not. Kind of.
But it's
I mean,
just
I
that they
forgot.
showed
like
they showed everybody else but him. It just seems
What
like a
the
little
f-
snub.
I guess it's ultimately like nothing happened to them, which is another
Mhm.
like Dr. K just didn't give a shit thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like the military and Dr. K, right? Like didn't they catch Mr. Clarke and Erica?
Yeah. And what happened to them?
Yeah,
Nothing.
I forgot to mention
Mhm.
like what the I don't know.
I mean, Erica, we saw her, and we saw Mr. Clarke then at the
Yeah.
graduation.
Like they were just fine.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Smiley.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're an idiot. We did
What?
see Murray.
What
He
was
was
he doing?
sitting next to Mr. Clarke.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, okay.
I mean
Then
they're gay
missed it.
too.
Yeah, they're gay.
Yeah,
No.
they're gay. I don't think Murray's gay.
I think Murray would fuck anything that walks.
Oh, because like there's show the scene. It's supposed
So
to
we
set up
saw
that
the-
something bad was gonna happen.
Yeah, but we saw them going into there. They were up in the belfry or whatever it was up top. We saw them go in, but we never saw them come out with them. Then we were in another scene. They were
It feels like this
at the.
finale needed 3 hours.
Mhm.
I could have like just seen like what I was gonna expect happened was Erica gets hidden by Mr. Clarke and then he just
And he
gets
takes the
full blame.
brunt.
Yeah. But it doesn't. I mean I thought maybe that could have happened,
Mm-hmm.
but like or he just like goes to jail or some shit. It doesn't even matter like why they got caught.
Mm.
No.
How did they even know they were there?
Well, they figured it out that like there would have been only a few vantage points, I guess.
Yes, yeah.
And then they saw the van outside. and they
Yeah.
went up.
And then like
Also, just stupid to fucking. Oh, we're putting the van here,
Mm.
using
Yeah.
the fucking van with a name on it.
and then they go and find
Oh,
Vicky and
yeah.
Max.
Fucking when Vicky walks in on Max and like she's in the thing, just
Like
like
she smashes it
so,
into the
it's
floor, yeah.
way too quick.
Mhm.
Like
I
of a
also
reaction,
said
like-
to you just
And we
I don't
hardly
think
even
she
saw.
would've-
We
I don't
hardly
think she
even
even-
saw Max's eyes.
Yeah, I don't think she would
Such
have
an
had time to
overreaction.
process. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like a pre-planned thing
Yeah.
apparently.
And if she was floating, I think you said
Yeah.
that. If she was floating like
Yeah.
that, it would have been different,
Mhm.
right over the chair. And I think they should have actually done that.
I don't know. I can see why they wouldn't have done that
Mhm.
because like
Yeah,
it's
she,
not like
she wasn't
fucking
getting
anybody else.
Vecna, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, she moved that fucking wheelchair and that entire thing,
Mm-hmm.
that like shelving unit in
Yeah.
fucking 2 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know why they weren't there originally. Honestly.
And then yeah, all the homework was laid out for
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
Dr. K, which is just another thing that didn't really end up mattering, I
Yeah,
guess.
they're
You
just
know?
like, oh, I guess we'll just fucking wait for them out here.
Yeah, I guess we'll just go get him in the Upside Down.
No, that's not what they did. They just
Yeah,
waited.
they did. Yeah. They just put down the
I don't
spike
know,
thing.
Maybe it'll work. maybe it'll work, and the fucking thing that we're investing in is
Yeah,
gone.
blow out tires and, I mean, really?
Yeah,
It's just-
I don't know. Wasn't there also like more than one gate open too? It's like they could have.
Also, like, why didn't they expect that like they were gonna be there? Like, of course, like even
Mhm.
while watching, I knew like, oh, there's gonna be people on the other
Yeah.
side. Like, why
Mhm.
aren't they worrying here? Because like they fucking broke in,
Yeah. I don't know.
and they never even worried like, oh, maybe they'll follow us in. It's not like there's gonna be something to fucking kill them. Apparently.
And
Thing
that
where
there
Mike
was-
was like, "There's a million things that can go wrong with this plan. They probably will."
Yeah. And
Nope.
there really wasn't a million plans. A million
And
things
if something
that
went wrong and had no
there was no
consequence.
Demogorgons. There was no other problems in the Upside Down, really.
Yeah.
Except for the giant spider
And
thing.
honestly, that went about as good as it possibly could have gone. Like,
Exactly.
probably couldn't have gone better.
Instantly
Yeah.
broke through 11.
Yeah.
And then another thing I want to bring up is I wish fucking Jonathan died, and then like somehow fucking Will gained more control over his powers or something, and somehow took control of the fire and fucking blasted it. To fire blast. It just would have been so much better for Payoff than fucking, I guess Jonathan's this fucking dumbass director.
Yeah.
That wants
Sorry,
to eat the
Jonathan.
rich.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think anyone was going to die, and no one really did except for Kali.
Yeah.
Which...
And she was already dead in our minds anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. She was. How did we feel about the scene in the basement to kind of wrap it all up?
I thought you had to do something like that.
That was my favorite scene of the epilogue.
I did like it.
And I especially... It's a good nod also to just, like, fans of D&D.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, people that do these campaigns, I've never played it myself, but, like, I have friends that
I had a lot of friends that
do
were
it.
really into it.
And it's emotional storytelling. On top of, like, the fact that for this group specifically, like, they based it on events that they...
Most certainly.
experienced.
Yeah.
What fucks it up for me is like, oh, this is a D&D story. Is that like I know like I've read books that like were originally like campaigns that were adapted into books, and then like there's moments where it's just like, oh, why the fuck did the writer do this? But it's like because D&D is luck based. So like this character just randomly died. That never happened aside from just like, oh, I guess they had friends that fucking only got bad luck. And throughout, like, this is the best possible fucking lucky story that they could have gotten. Fucking weighted dice story.
I guess. But I'm also saying, like, just seeing them so emotional about the fact that, like, their campaign is coming to an end. This is probably the last time these people will all see each other in these circumstances again. And, like, it is also, like, a meta thing where it's, like, that for the show, too.
Yeah.
Like, this is all coming to an end, and them putting their books away is, like, this is us checking out from Stranger Things.
Yeah, so they even had Max down there who's never really played the game.
Yeah.
No, but I think...
And she didn't have her own book,
It is funny.
She
It's
did.
like,
Oh, she did, yeah. So she had her own
it was
book.
her first time playing, I guess.
Yeah, but she had her own book.
Last.
I think that having her down there, though, was good.
You had to. You had to, yeah.
What?
Dude fucking died. Just had a real life glitch audio glitch. Yeah, dude.
I have to say I did like Mike's little story at the end. You're the storyteller, tell us the story.
And then just immediately putting them all to tears.
Exactly, but he went around and really, he filled in some blanks, but he knew what to say.
They go over everyone individually.
Yeah.
And then when they get to L, the way that I read the Duffers describe it is that in some ways L represents, like, the magic of childhood. And her not... Like, it was always that she couldn't be with them at the end. Like, that was always their decision. And the fact that they don't know for sure that she's alive or not, but it's the fact that they all choose to believe this happier ending. Yeah, I mean, like, that's what the show is to me.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved that.
Yeah, 100%.
And then that coupled with the next generation of kids... in Hawkins, I guess, going down there to play D&D.
I love
and
that.
Ending on that shot of Mike, just kind of seeing that.
Yeah, first with a little bit of, like, anger, like, taking over my basement. This is my realm, but what? It isn't anymore. I'm older, and I'm sorry you're not into girls, and I'm, but that whole going back to that, 'cause D&D wasn't strong to him then, but it came back again, and ultimately saved them all.
I do like the whole thing in season 4 where, but I feel like it's never really like touched on because like I don't think Will ever knows this, but like how when Will finally isn't a part of the group, they start playing D&D again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like not the same, right?
Well, it's just like a different group. Like Will just isn't a part of this group, but they're playing D&D. I just feel like that was something that really could.
But didn't they have like
on.
problems with it?
What do you mean?
Like weren't they just like not playing well or something?
Well, no. It was just like they had to find someone in episode 1.
Yeah.
And then everything just got fucked because Eddie killed somebody. Eddie's a fucking serial killer.
I didn't realize what you're talking about. I was thinking of, I guess more like season 3
2.
stuff.
3 it is. I don't even know. Did they play in 2?
I was thinking of the one where it ends up where Mike and Will have the fight. They're playing well because they're just not into it at the moment.
I don't even think we see them playing in 2.
Remember. I think they're a little bit fucking caught up with
Max and arcade
stuff going on.
Yeah. And Will going fucking insane.
Yeah.
Sick for half the fucking season.
Yeah.
Figuring out who Max is for 4 episodes. Fucking bad season. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. I it's like if we could have had that and then just like kind of nothing else too, like it would like that a very good ending for the show.
I think another thing is I think the credits could have been more just like emotional. I don't think it really played out the way they wanted to. Like I think the song was a good pick.
Did you see that apparently Joe Keery suggested that song for the credits?
Really?
Should have suggested one of his own.
End of the beginning. People were fucking like, it's gonna play. It should have. That would have been funny.
It's amazing how many actors are actually English in this show, though.
Yeah.
You know?
Winona Ryder.
No.
I guess we also have to mention that just today it was announced another spin-off for Stranger Things.
Did you watch the trailer?
I didn't.
I did not.
All I saw, like I turned it off once I saw that.
I just saw photos
like
of
a
it.
tentacle thing. So.
Well, yeah, it's going to be an animated spin-off of the main party set between seasons 2 and 3, right?
Yeah, and I saw some of the photos. The animation looks really good.
I feel like that's just like so fucking like
Yeah,
the whole point of season 3 is that like, oh, it's gone and they can finally have fun.
Yeah, I don't even know what this is going to be.
So it's if it's in between both, it's just like, oh, I guess it's still going.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't be as careful as they were in season 3.
Yeah.
Or they should have been more careful in season 3.
Yeah. Overall, I stick by my take of saying that Stranger Things probably like should have ended after season 1.
Yeah,
I like completely understand why it didn't.
I mean, it was planned as a miniseries.
Yeah.
And
it could have been one of the best miniseries ever.
Yeah.
But it just turned into something completely different.
like I wonder, I could have just like I'm just thinking of like an alternate world where it is one. It's just like, oh, I'll see this fucking clip on Instagram where it's just like, oh, did you ever see this fucking show?
Yeah, right. It would have been such like an indie thing almost. Russiagate was never really explained.
Yeah, there was just like in Russia they had the fucking dust and it just disappeared.
So Max's mom is never mentioned again. Fucking daughter's been in a coma for 2 years.
Never saw her again.
I could see them doing like a Russia spinoff.
Were the 5... Okay, so there was mentioned that there would be 5 major deaths. Were the 5 deaths really supposed to be Henry, Kali, the Mind Flayer, Kali's friend, and Kay's second in command? Okay, sure. That's all the people that died. They're like big, notable characters in 5.
We send out peace.
All right, that is our review of the Stranger Things finale. Let us know what you guys thought in the comments down below. And the next time we talk about Stranger Things, it's probably going to be that animated...
Hopefully something more stranger.
Well, we've seen Stranger Things. I'll tell you that. Probably going to be the animated series, and then eventually when they do the other spin-off, we'll get to that too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's Stranger Things. It's crazy that it's over, and
Yeah.
it's crazy that it lasted this long.
It had a long run.
Yeah.
Long run.
Yep.
Mike made a bomb.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
The metal